Walk with me, walk with me, walk with me. Let's walk the talk.
Welcome back. We were already on coping with anxiety, and we have heard one of the main things, that is accepting that you are in that season, or rather in such kind of a pandemic that you are in. It is a matter of accepting this is what is happening and try to manage it. Tabitha,
Yes.
there was a story you were narrating about a child,
Yes.
about the neighbor and
Yes.
how the child, would you please continue with that?
Thank you. I was talking about the way our children are very anxious, and a friend of mine was telling me about a neighbor's child who was so anxious. Reason, he has a lot of stored energy, and now having a lot of stored energy, they just need to shed that energy maybe by just playing a bit. And you see what? Mostly as parents, we are busy maybe watching the TV or doing other things. We are not remembering maybe our children, they need help. So this child wanted to go to the neighbor's place, and you know, right now we are not allowing our children to play with the neighbors. And now the mother was so disturbed, and then she went and knocked the door at the neighbor's place, and the neighbor opened, and the child just moved inside. And now when the child moved inside, the child was settled. Why? He's already found a friend whom they can play together, they can identify. What does that tell you? This child is having anxiety. And why? It's because of COVID-19. We are not allowing our children to go and play out with the neighbor. I'm not saying you go and do the same, but look for games that your children can play even at home. You can also participate. Most of the parents right now are not working. They are at home. So as much as you are busy doing 1, 2, 3 things, find the activities you can share with your children. If you can fill the crossword, fill together with your child. If you can play some few games together, you can even show your girl how to do the knitting, either using the crochet, or maybe you can also introduce the coloring, and you start maybe doing a rainbow or different colored theme, and just looking for activities that you can do with your children. Why? Because they have a lot of energy, they need to shed, and you also need to show you are participating with them. Otherwise, your child is going to be so anxious, restless, and you don't know how to assist this child.
Talk of being restless and a lot of energy. Right now, everybody is in the house.
Yes.
The father is there.
Dad is there.
Mommy is there.
Yes.
The big and the small sisters are there.
Yes.
The TV set is one.
Yes.
Everybody wants to be the manager of the remote. The kids are demanding cartoon.
Yes.
Mom is demanding her own things.
Yes.
Daddy is demanding. How can we help the families, especially at this pandemic season?
You know, right now everybody is at home. There's a lot of fights, and I think I read somewhere where even the spouses are fighting a lot. There's increase in fights. Why? Because you're not used to just being together for many days, many hours together. And now we have also included the children. They are there. Now you see, we have very young children who need to watch the cartoon.
Yes.
We have teenagers who want their own program. And now we have daddy who also has his own program, who wants his own program, and the mom too. So you as a parent, you need to look for a way to make sure your child has not missed, your teenager has not missed, and you as mommy and daddy, you have also not missed. So you have to look for a way to balance. And that's why we need to all work together. You can come up with a timetable. This time TV is for
Daddy.
for daddy. This time is for the small children. And remember also our kids, these are the time they can really fight a lot. Why? They have a lot of time together, and they are fighting over the books, they are fighting over the food, they are fighting over the fact that they are not even able to play a lot.
Okay.
they can really fight. You as a parent just act as the moderator, so that these children can be able to be contained in this thing. Yeah.
We talked of strategies about maintaining the mental wellness,
Yes.
especially during this COVID-19
Yes.
pandemic.
Yes.
And there's one thing that we mentioned,
Yes.
and I would wish we go back to it
Yes.
just in a minute.
Yes.
The decrease of other stress.
Or decreasing other stress.
Other stress.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are many other things that can really cause stress. In the fact that we don't have food can be a source of stress, but you can be able to eat maybe what you have in the house. Let's say like you have unga, you can afford the cabbage, fine, just continue. It's just for a short time. Once the season is over, you'll be back to normal. Maybe you wanted to have right now the businesses is like they're collapsing, and right now maybe there isn't much maybe you can do except to just stay in the house and wait for the season to be over, and then you'll get back to where you are. It is still part of decreasing the stress, because there are some things there's nothing you can do about, and you just have to accept that there's nothing I can do about this thing, so that it doesn't become like I think that is going to increase your stress, your worry so much.
Now, Tabitha,
Yes.
what of when you talk of I be kind to myself?
Yes.
How can I be kind to myself? And for sure, in this season, I'm anxious.
Yes, I know you are very, very anxious.
Yes.
For example, maybe there's this person, maybe he was diagnosed with COVID-19, being COVID-19 positive, and maybe you are just there blaming yourself so badly, judging yourself so harshly. Why? Because you are already COVID-19 positive. I want to tell you, just be kind to yourself. Maybe even if you had not traveled, or maybe you had not interacted with that particular person who was positive, maybe you would have still gotten it somewhere else. So you don't need to judge yourself so harshly. You just need to be kind. It's a season, it's going to be over, and as long as you're positive and you're following the direction, the doctor's instruction, with time it is going to be over. So it's just one way of just being kind to yourself.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's come to now the finding, or you're calling it finding a balance.
Yes. We need to look for a way to make sure things are balanced. Yeah, just like the way I was saying, even in the house, we have mom, dad, and kids, and we have this TV fight. We look for a way to divide so that we are balanced. That is also one way to balance. At the same time, it's good to look for a way to exercise. It's also a way to balance, and also eating nutritious food. It's also a way of it's like a self-care, taking care of yourself.
Okay.
It's a way to gain balance.
Now, when you talk of eating eating the balanced diet,
Yes.
I want to we just weigh things out.
Yes.
And whatever is in the house right now is not exactly what we would love to have.
Yes.
It is what is available.
Yes.
Maybe it is through the donors
Yes.
or through the well-wisher.
Yes.
And now here comes
Yes.
a counselor telling me that you should eat a balanced diet, especially this season we are in.
I know it might be very hard,
Yeah.
but depending on your situation, where you are at, make sure at least there's something on your stomach. At least something that is not poisonous. To keep
That
you
one will
going, giving you energy day to day. Make sure at least you've taken something. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last but not least,
Yes.
challenging worries and anxiety.
Yes.
Because our main agenda in
Yes.
this topic is anxiety.
Yes.
Now we want to challenge the worries
And
and
then
anxiety.
anxiety.
How do you go about it?
Sometimes you would go around thinking maybe For example, this person has COVID-19 and is thinking that I've heard people are dying, I'm also going to die. But you can challenge that thought with a positive thought. And you tell yourself, I'm going to live and I'm willing to live. So for every negative thought, you challenge it with a positive thought. At the same time, you can set a worry time so that you can stop these small thoughts disturbing you. So every time a thought comes to your mind, you tell that thought, you know what, I have got a worry time. And a worry time is going to be at this particular time. You either can make it early in the morning or you can make it later in the day, and make sure whatever time you have set is your worry time. You are sure to visit worry time, and you go sit down and you tell yourself, my worry and my thoughts, I'm here, just come. And then you will realize the negative thoughts you've always been having every other time. This time, because you're already prepared to encounter the thought, it's not going to come with the same magnitude it would have attacked you that moment you told the thought, you know what, we have got worry time. So you can set the worry time and be sure to visit worry time, and now start reasoning. And with time, you'll just realize the negative thought that has been disturbing you, with time, it has gone down.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Being in the field of nurse,
Yes.
as well as a counselor,
Yes.
what is your take? Especially about this season of COVID-19.
At this season of COVID-19, I'll tell you, keep washing your hands, just the way the government has set down the regulation, and make sure you have washed your hands nicely. If you're not having water nearby, you have your sanitizer. Please sanitize. Use your mask. At the same time, observe the social distance, because we need to decrease the rate at which this germs is spreading. And then we've been told, if you're not working, if you're not providing essential services, you need to stay at home. Please be kind. Just stay at home if you can. It will be very good, so that we are able to control this pandemic. And we very soon, our children are going to resume normal life. Very soon, our parents are also going to resume normal life. Yes.
She was Tabitha Matekwa, our counselor and a nurse. She has gone through the issue to do with anxiety. And as we come to the end of the show today, 3 things I have pointed. Number 1, follow the instruction. Number 2, do what is expected of you. And number 3, seek medical advice. Anxiety is manageable. You can cope with anxiety, especially this COVID-19 pandemic season. It is the time to observe and try to challenge every thought and manage it accordingly. Until next week, bye for now.
Walk